Hi, my name is Ian. I go to Highrock, Arlington. My wife and I, Kristen, have three kids and a dog. I think a lot of becoming Christian was having these big questions about what was good and what did it mean to love other people. I think I was really looking for purpose and looking for answers to those big questions. I read a lot of apologetics, and in high school and college, I felt like I had built this faith that really drove towards certainty. And I even felt it in my faith that having these questions and having this uncertainty was not good, and that the destination was certainty. The destination was being able to say what I believed and having answers to these questions. And maybe some of it is just the world becoming more complicated. Some of it is me growing up and wrestling with more of the complexities. I think the faith that I had in high school and college isn't carrying me all the way through this, my middle-ish years. As I'm living life, I'm trying to make these costly decisions to follow Jesus. And I think especially at those moments where things are getting really hard, I think it's actually even harder to then also be wrestling with these questions. Then it's like, well, why are we doing this? Why am I doing this? I think at Highrock, I've been really grateful for just like the humility that has existed around maybe not knowing exactly what this looks like for everybody. And I've been grateful, I think, for support in asking these questions and not being pushed into answers. I was part of the African American Theology Lab, the Asian American Theology Lab. I really appreciated the Revelation 7 faculty and having so many different voices speaking to us. I don't think I realized growing up how my faith and my theology was really shaped by such a narrow subset of authors. Like basically all the books that I read were by white men who were born in the first half of the 20th century. Now I look and I think about how immeasurably immense God is. And yet my view of God was shaped by this like one generation in one culture. I think what I've really loved about these diverse voices is just seeing different parts of God shine and get emphasized. So as an example, my parents are such an important part of my life, and I think especially for Asian American immigrants, there's this really special place for family. I think that there's a view, and there have been conversations I've had that have been very culturally focused on a more individualistic view a more personal view of faith. And, you can go to the Bible and you can see passages like where Jesus tells one of his disciples whose father just died, let the dead bury their own dead. And it's so harsh. And there's a truth there. There really is, where Jesus is saying, like, I am the most important. But it is really painful to read and to kind of see that part of God where he's almost saying your family's not important. But I think as I've gone through and understood different perspectives and that we can actually read the Bible more holistically, and that there are these different cultural lenses, like the story of Joseph, where Joseph is living in Egypt for all of these years away from his family and yet longing for his family so much. And then when he finally sees Jacob, he's just weeping with joy. And you see there like God's love for family, and that, when Jesus says, let the dead bury their own dead, he's not saying actually, or I don't think he's saying that parents don't matter to children. There's this deep love that God has for it. I think the idea that we should read the Bible, that we should embrace our faith from more diverse perspectives has also given me, I think it's given me like new hope and excitement to kind of explore my faith. So I think it's really like revived my faith in a certain way, where I feel like it's almost like God was too small before. There was just one answer, just one perspective, and I think I can see how like my faith can be enriched if like I can actually have more diverse perspectives speaking to me. I think they're going to say things that are going to make me see God, see different dimensions of God, and I feel like that gives me hope in a way that I didn't have before.